Yes, now first of all look at question 12 on page 60. What is asked? Write journal entries in the books of company for forfeiture and reissue of forfeited shares from the following information. Clearly given, align for forfeiture and reissue. That doesn't mean 2 entries. Forfeiture and reissue means 3 entries. That last entry, profit share forfeiture to capital reserve, is a part of reissue. Whenever we have discussed the question, I told you that last entry is a part of reissue. Whenever they ask you to pass the entry of reissue, means you have to pass 2 entries, reissue as well as profit. So it will be mentioned in exams like this, that you have to pass only entry for forfeiture and reissue. Normally what will happen in exams is one full-fledged question of 8 marks will come. Long question, what we have practiced throughout the chapter. In option, you will get 2 short questions, 4 marks of this kind, where they ask you only forfeiture and reissue. Recommended going for long only, because what is the most complicated thing in this chapter? Forfeiture and reissue. So no need to take risk of solving 2 questions with only entries of forfeiture and reissue. Because if anything goes wrong, everything will be wrong. And in normal entry of 8-9 questions, normal question of 8-9 entries, what will happen? At least application allotment calls 6 entries, you'll always get it correct. So that marks 4-5 you'll get for 6 entries, and remaining entries, even if you get it wrong, very less marks you will lose. Recommended is that only, okay? This is just in the extreme situation, long question doesn't come only. 4 marks, 2 short questions only come, so we are doing it. Right everyone? And that too, the questions are similar. 2 new points are there, that's what I'm taking it up, otherwise I would have given you in homework. Because short questions means last 3 entries, and we do long questions, they are already covered. Workings are also covered, last 3 entries are also covered. So look at question 12, sub question 2. RK Company Limited forfeited and then forfeited 600 shares of rupees 10 each of Sunil. How many shares are forfeited? 600. Come in fast. Submit your notebooks and come in. Come in fast. Okay, be attentive. RK Company Limited forfeited 600 shares of 10 each of Sunil. Did you all underline? Forfeited 600. Okay, how many shares are forfeited? 600. Now, Sunil had paid application and allotment money of rupees 5. Application and allotment combined is given 5 because as such we don't have to pass all the entries. We have to pass only entries of forfeiture and reissue. So they have directly given their application and allotment total amount of 5 rupees he has already paid. But had not paid. Sunil had paid application and allotment money of rupees 5 per share, but had not paid rupees 3 per share and 2 per share on first call and second call respectively. So when is the forfeiture done? After second call. He has not paid first call and second call, and after that only the forfeiture would be done. So when is the forfeiture done? After second call. Now, what will be the called up capital if forfeiture is done after second call? 10 rupees full. Out of the forfeited shares, now this is a new point, and then 400 shares were issued. First sentence I made you underline. How many are forfeited? 600. But how many are reissued? 400. This is an important point. I'll make you write the notes after we solve the workings. And question. Now they are reissued at rupees 6 per share to Mithil. So what is the discount? 4. 10 minus 6, the discount is 4. What is the new point in this? So far we have not come across this point in any long question. What is the new point in this? We have forfeited 600 shares but reissued 400 shares. Did everyone understand this? Let us make the workings first. Yes, now see here, there are 4 installments: application, allotment, first call, final call, and second call or final call, anything you can call it as now. Can you see application and allotment combined is given as 5? Application and allotment money is directly combined given as 5. First call is 3 and final call is 2. Total 10. Now how many shares Sunil is holding and forfeited? 600. Which installments he has not paid? First call and final call, and after final call the forfeiture is done. Did everyone understand this? Any doubts up till here? Okay, second will be called up capital. Now, what is the called up capital?
10.
Rupees 10 per share. Okay. And third is amount forfeited. We'll find it for Sunil. So, Ravlani, how would you find it?
600 into 5.
Correct. Number of shares forfeited 600 into amount paid by the shareholder is 5. Okay. Throughout the chapter, you must remember this now. Many questions we have practiced cross multiply. So 600 into 5, amount forfeited is 3000. Now, put your pens now. What is the new point in this question? 600 are forfeited but 400 shares are reissued. So this amount we will divide in two parts, reissued and non-reissued shares. Out of 600, how many shares are reissued? 400. Not reissued? 200. So raise your hand. What would be the amount forfeited on 400 shares which are reissued? Raise your hand. What would be the amount forfeited on 400 shares which are reissued? Raise your hand. Khushi? 2000. On 600 shares is 600 into 5. So on 400 shares, what would that amount forfeited be? 400 into 5? 2000. And on 200 shares, 200 into 5? 1000. These two amounts are important. Let me solve the question. What is the relevance? I'll tell you later on. So far, we have not come across in any long question this point, where forfeited are certain number of shares and reissued are only part of that. This is the first time we are coming across. Is everyone clear with this? So which amounts will be important? 3000 and 2000. Anyone who did not understand this? Amounts are clear to every one of you? What is the relevance? We'll see in the journal entries. So write down and then make the format of journal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are at the first entry for forfeiture. So, Asta.
Equity share capital, security premium to share forfeiture to policy matters.
Okay, first entry, all of you write down. Equity share capital account debit. Yes, Asta, what is the formula?
Number of shares forfeited into quarter.
Here.
600 into 10.
Yes, number of shares forfeited 600 into called up capital 10, so 6000. Did everyone understand this? Yes, further will be debit security premium. There is no premium only in this question, so security premium will not come. Okay. 2. Share forfeiture account. Yes, Asta, what amount?
3000.
3000. From working note 3, which amount will you take? 3000, 2000 or 1000? 3000. Right now we are forfeiting how many shares? 600. So on 600 shares, 600 into 5, what is the amount forfeited? 3000. Working note 3, 3000. Yes, Asta, further?
To calls in areas.
To calls in areas. No. Now, is it a short question or a long question? So I made you write in the forfeiture entries that if it is a long question, we will credit calls in areas because we also debit calls in areas in the earlier entries. Okay, normally there are two options. Either you record calls in areas or you don't record calls in areas. When we solve the long question, we record calls in areas, so we credit calls in areas because that makes our job easy. Directly, no need to count the amount. Previous calls in areas itself, we close and credit. But here it's a short question. In short question, you will not credit calls in areas, you credit respective installment. Do you all remember this or not? And I made you write as note also that in long questions we will credit calls in areas, in short questions we will credit respective installment. Which installment is not paid? First call and final call. So two things will come to equity share first call account to equity share final call account. Keep it in mind. In long questions you will credit Calls and areas. In short questions, you credit respective installment. So here we will credit to equity share first call account. See here 600 into 3. Number of shares forfeited 600 into amount not paid 3, 1800, and 2 equity share final call or second call account. Number of shares forfeited 600 into amount not paid now is 2, so 1200. Did you understand this portion, everyone? So this is one minor difference in short questions. Whenever you do that, remember it. Calls and areas will not come, respective installment will be credited. Okay. We are not writing the narrations, they will remain safe. Now second entry is of reissue. Pooja, correct. Now how many shares are reissued? 400. All 600 are not reissued. Do you all see in the last sentence? So number of shares reissued 400 into reissue price 6. Again you can see in the last sentence, so 2400. Forfeited are 600 but reissued are 400. Is everyone of you clear with this? Yes, for the share forfeiture account, debit. Yes, Pooja, what amount?
400
Yes, if reissue price is 6, then what is the discount? 4. 10 minus 6, 4. Okay, so 400 into 4, that is 1600. Share forfeiture account debit with a discount amount, so number of shares reissued 400 into discount 4, 1600. And 2 equity share capital account.
400 into 10.
Yes, number of shares reissued 400 into called up capital 10, that is 4000. Did everyone understand this? All of you? And last entry, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. Okay, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. And Parik, how is to find the amount for this?
Minus 3,000 minus 1,600.
Means amount forfeited minus discount. Now listen carefully, everyone. Amount forfeited minus discount formula is correct. But now we will take only 2,000 as amount forfeited. Tell me, if you have reissued 400 shares, will you earn profit on 600 shares or 400 shares? 400 only. Remaining 200 shares will earn the profit only when they are reissued. Because when you reissue, then you get more money from the new shareholder, then only you earn profit. So here right now we have reissued only 400 shares, so we will earn profit on only 400 shares. And this was the reason we divided this in two parts. I told you these two amounts are important, 3,000 and 2,000. We forfeited 600, so here we have recorded 3,000. But we have reissued 400, so when you count the profit, then in the formula amount forfeited, which amount you will take? 2,000. Amount forfeited 2,000 minus discount of 1,600, so profit is 400. One more thing, this 2,000 is of how many shares? 400. This discount 600 is also of how many shares? 400. They can be compared with each other. You cannot compare 3,000 with 1,600. 3,000 is of 600 shares and discount is of 400 shares. So we have to count all this profit on reissued shares only. And that's the reason why this third working we divided in two parts. Is everyone clear with this viewpoint in the question? Any doubt in it? In any of the long questions, this point was not covered. Okay, so 10,400. That one in the summary as an important note. And one more thing, at the end of the share capital's last question after illustration 19 in the notebook, mention it somewhere that objective questions 12 and 13 are in middle of debentures. Because in the classwork notebook now the share capital questions are coming in between of debentures. So mention it somewhere when you revise, you must be able to identify that there are two questions of share capital also in between of debentures. Okay. And in the summary so far, how many notes are written? 3 or 4? One note we had written that discount called up capital minus reissue price. Then we have written that maximum discount is the amount forfeited. Only 2 notes we have written so far, right? Okay, then write on this third note. If some part of the shares are reissued, if some part of the shares are reissued, then amount forfeited in bracket WN3 working note 3 should be divided in 2 parts. Should be divided in 2 parts. Dash shares reissued and non-reissued. Shares reissued and non-reissued. Did you understand this? Third working you will divide in 2 parts. Any doubt in this? Full stop. While closing share forfeiture account. This is the entry of closing share forfeiture account. While closing share forfeiture account, comma, profit should be calculated while closing share forfeiture account, profit should be calculated only on reissued shares. Did you understand this? In bracket write down, for example, question 12 sub question 2. So whenever you revise these notes, refer to question 12 sub question 2. Understood this point, everyone? Now look at question 13 sub question 2. Same page, question 13 sub question 2. There is no new point in this. All the points are covered only. But still you will make mistakes while doing it. And also when I solve the third question, we compared with second question. So pay attention. Ramesh holds 600 equity shares of rupees 10 each in company. He had paid application money at rupees 3 per share and allotment money at rupees 2.5 per share, but could not pay first call money of rupees 2 per share. So when is the forfeiture done? After first call. He has paid application money of 3 and allotment money of 2.5 and then but could not pay first call money of 2. So he could not pay first call money of 2 means after that only the forfeiture will be done. After you don't pay the money. So when is the forfeiture done? After first call. Okay, and what is the called up capital? Right, then after first call, so 3 plus 2.5, 5.5 plus 2, 7.5. We have done this kind of question in long questions also. After first call, forfeiture is done, so 3 plus 2.5 plus 2, what is the called up capital? 7.5. Company forfeited, now it's mentioned also. Company forfeited above shares before making final call, means forfeiture is done after first call. After necessary formalities, company reissued all these shares at a discount of 4 per share. Discount of 4 per share. So, Janvi, what will be the reissue price? Yes? $11.5. How do you get?
7.5 plus discount of 4. So
Reissue price 11.5. 3.5. Tejaswini? 3.5. Parik? Discount of 4. So what is the reissue price?
3.5.
3.5. 3.5 is correct. What is the formula we have seen for discount? Called up capital minus reissue price. Did you understand this? So bring reissue price on this side, discount on another side. What will be reissue price? Called up capital minus discount. What is the called up capital? 7.5 and discount 4. So 7.5 minus 4. What is the reissue price? 3.5. Now raise your hand. How many of you thought 6 rupees? Please raise your hand. How many of you thought that reissue price would be 6 rupees? No one of you. Means you did not think only about the reissue price. Because majority people would have thought it as 6 rupees. First instance, what you always do is 10 minus. But the formula is not face value minus discount. The formula is called up capital minus discount. So 7.5 minus 4 rupees. What is the reissue price? 3.5. The reason he is paying 3.5 so right now. And what is the final call? 2.5. 2.5. Application is 3. Allotment is 2.5. That is 5.5. First call is 2. 5.5 plus 2. 7.5. So what would be the final call's remaining amount? 2.5. Right now the shareholder is paying 3.5. And in future company is going to make final call. When company makes final call in future, then this shareholder will also pay the money at that time. So he's paying 3.5 right now and he will pay 2.5 in future. Understand this point properly, it will help in next question also. So 3.5 plus 2.5 total amount finally is going to pay how much? 6. Now you compare it with 10. The discount is 4. Did everyone understand this? So right now you don't have to compare with face value because final call the person is going to pay in future. So right now you have to compare it with called up capital of 7.5, discount of 4. So what is the reissue price? 3.5. Is everyone clear with this? Right now the shareholder is paying how much?
7.
Right now the shareholder is paying 3.5. In future he will pay 2.5 when the company asks for final call. So total amount he is going to pay 6. Against 10 he is going to pay 6. So discount is 4. Is everyone clear with this? So always remember what is the formula of discount? Called up capital minus reissue price, and if you find reissue price then called up capital minus discount. Understood this everyone? Let us make the workings. Installments, face value, calls in arrears. Is the name given? Not given. Application, allotment,
Name is given
Ramesh. First call and final call. Now, application is 3, allotment is 2.5, first call is 2. So we can find the balance amount of final call. Final call will be balancing figure. 10 minus 7.5, 2.5. Did you understand this final call's amount everyone? 10 minus 7.5, 2.5. Now how many shares are forfeited? 600. Which installments he did not pay? First call he is not paid, and after first call the shares are forfeited. Therefore the called up capital is 7.5 and amount forfeited Ramesh. So how will we find the amount forfeited? 600 into
5.5.
5.5. He has not paid only first call, so what all he has paid? Application plus allotment. Did everyone understand this? 600 into 5.5, that is 3300. SB attentive now. First entry, equity share capital account debit. What is the formula for equity share capital account debit? Number of shares forfeited into called up capital. What are the number of shares forfeited? 600. Called up capital 7.5. Head on. Equity share capital account debit 600 into 7.5. 4500.
Yes.
Okay, number of shares forfeited into called up capital. Any confusion with this?
No.
Has everyone written that?
Yes.
Now 2 share forfeiture from working note 3. What is the amount forfeited? 3,300. Write down 2 share forfeiture account 3,300. And then as it's a short question, we will not credit calls in areas. Which is the respective installment not paid? First call, so we'll credit first call account 600 into 2, 1200. Number of shares forfeited 600 into amount not paid 2, that is 1200. Raise your hand who is not clear with this entry. Raise your hand who is still writing. Completed. Anyone else still writing the first entry? Now second entry, bank account debit. What is the formula of second entry bank? Number of shares reissued. Here all 600 are reissued into reissue price. Did you all write this? 7.5 minus 4, 3.5. Underline that discount of 4 per share. Underline that discount of 4 per share, and on the left side of the page, write down reissue price 7.5 minus 4 is equal to 3.5. Okay, called up capital 7.5 minus discount of 4. So what is the reissue price? 3.5. So 600 into 3.5, 2100. Okay, number of shares reissued 600 into reissue price 3.5. Anyone who did not understand how is 3.5 obtained? Now, share forfeiture account debit. What is the formula? Number of shares reissued, that is 600 into discount. And how much is discount? 4 directly given. Discount 4 is directly given, so 2400. And 2 equity share capital, what is the formula? Number of shares reissued 600 into called up capital. Equity share capital you always credit with number of shares reissued into called up capital. So 600 into 7.5, 4500. One more thing, remember, throughout the chapter you will find these two amounts are always same. Except that previous question we had done. Because in the previous question forfeited were 600, reissued were 400, so it does not match. Any other question of the chapter you can check the solution. First entry share capital debit and second entry share capital credit will always be same. Is everyone clear with this? Did you all complete the second entry? Raise your hand who is still writing it. And third entry share forfeiture to capital discount. What is the formula? Amount forfeited, that is 3300 minus discount 2400. 3300 minus 2400, 900. Did everyone understand this? Amount forfeited 3300 minus discount 2400. 9900 will be the total. So all of you are clear with this question? Now look at sub question 3. created there? All these three questions mark it important, okay? 12s, 2 and 13s, 2 and 3. Long questions plus at least these three questions always revise. Even if you don't solve the other short questions, at least these three. Company forfeited 400 equity shares of 100 each, issued at a premium of 20% on face value. So how much will be the premium? 100's 20%, 20 rupees. 100 is the face value. 80 per share including premium are again called up on this share. So what is the called up capital? What is the called up capital? 80 or 60? 60. Called up capital is always from face value. It does not include premium. So 80 is including premium. 80 minus 20, what will be the called up capital? 60. Did everyone understand this? For non-payment of allotment money at rupees 50, including premium. Raise your hand, what would be applications amount? Non-payment of allotment money of rupees 50, including premium. So what would be the amount of application? Raise your hand. Further part no need to read. Up till this part itself you get the information. Anyone else? Parik?
30.
What do you get? 30?
80 minus 50.
Simple, 80 minus 50. Company has called up 80 rupees. 50 is allotment. So how much is application? 30. Both we are comparing including premium. If you compare both excluding premium, then also you get 30. 60 is called up capital. In face value of allotment is 30. 60 minus 30 also 30. Did everyone understand this? What is the total amount called up? 80. And he has not paid allotment. So out of 80, allotment is 50. Means what is the application's amount? 30 rupees. Did everyone understand this? Now, for non-payment of allotment money rupees 50 including premium, these shares were forfeited and forfeited before making share first and final call. Means again forfeiture is done after allotment, and we already discussed the called up capital is 60 rupees. These shares were reissued before first and final call at rupees 36,000. First of all, total amount 36,000 is per share amount or total amount? Total amount. So what would be per share amount reissue price? If they are reissued at 36,000, what would be the reissue price? Dimple? How much?
60.
How do you get 60?
What is the amount divided by 60?
With 600. Where is 600? $90 divided by 400. How many shares are forfeited and reissued? 400. So if 36,000 is the total amount collected, what will be the price of reissue? 36,000 divided by 400? 900. Right on below that. Price is equal to 36,000 divided by 400. That is 90. Did everyone understand this? Now, what is the called up capital? 60. Reissue price? 90. Are we reissuing at discount or premium? Called up capital? 60. Reissue price? 90. Are we reissuing at discount or premium? Premium. Normally premium, but unlike as fully paid up. So discount. Because as fully paid up means he is paying 36,000, that is 90 rupees full and final call amount. He is not going to pay final call in future. He is paying 36,000. In the previous question too, was it mentioned as fully paid up? No, there also forfeiture and reissue was done before final call, but fully paid up was not mentioned. So we compared with 7.5 because the person will pay 2.5 in future. But here he is paying 36,000 as fully paid up. Fully paid up means he is not going to pay anything in future. So here you don't have to compare it with called up capital of 60. Here you have to compare it with face value of 100. If you are reissuing at 90 rupees and there is a full and final amount he is paying, then against 100 rupees 90, what is the discount? 10. In the previous question also I told you, he is paying 3.5 right now, but in future he would pay 2.5. So total amount he would pay 6 rupees, and therefore against 10 the discount is 4. But here he is paying 90 rupees as fully paid. So he is not going to pay anything in future. So 90 now you not compare with called up capital. Now you compare with face value of 100. So what is the discount? 10. So what is the new point here? Normally how do you find the discount? Called up capital minus reissued price. But if shares are reissued as fully paid, then how will you find the discount? Face value minus reissued price. Because then that is the full amount the person is paying. We have come across the language of fully paid in other questions also. But I did not make you mark it important because the shares were reissued after final call. And after final call as such, they have to be fully paid. Like if you see on the next page, at the top, second paragraph, last part. Can you see 7 per share is fully paid up? I did not make you underline anything. Even in question 15, last second paragraph, 40% premium as fully paid up. Many questions you will find that. But in all those questions, shares are reissued after final call, so they have to be fully paid up. In this question, the shares are reissued before final call but fully paid up, means the shareholder is not going to pay anything in future. So here you don't have to compare it with called up capital, you have to compare it with face value. Did everyone understand it? So what is the discount? 100 minus 90? 10. If the words fully paid up were not given, then we would have said there is a premium of 13. That means the person is paying 90 right now, and he will also pay in future 40 rupees of final call. So 90 plus 40 he would pay 130. Then you can say there is a premium of 30. If the words fully paid up were not given, then you would have compared it with called up capital. But fully paid up is given, then you will compare with face value. That is a full and final amount he is paying. Did you understand this? So in the notes, write down, last note. If the shares are reissued as fully paid up, then discount is equal to face value minus reissue price. Got it, everyone? And you can see earlier in the second or third note I made you write discount is called up capital minus reissue price, but if it is fully paid up, then face value minus reissue price. Understood this point, everyone? And when is this important? Only if they are reissued before final. After final call, called up capital, face value, both are 10 only. So anything you apply the formula, you will get the same answer. Okay? Let's make the workings. Here we have premium also. Installments, face value plus premium, total. Calls in arrears. Again, is the name given?
No.
Not given. Now I already discussed with you what would be applications amount? 30. How do you get that? 80. Total called up minus allotment 50 means application is 30. Is everyone clear with applications amount? How much is allotment? 50 including premium. So how will we write it? 30 plus 20. 20 is premium. Okay. And balance amount you will take for first call, balancing figure. So 100 minus 60, 40. Did everyone understand this? Any doubt in this? And how many shares are forfeited? 400. Which installment is not paid? Allotment. And after allotment, there is forfeiture. Is everyone clear with this? Called up capital is rupees 60 per share. And amount forfeited 400 multiplied by 30, 12,000. Did everyone understand this? Okay, number of shares forfeited 400. Allotment he has not paid, what he has paid is only applications. 400 into 30, 12,000. He has made the format, everyone. Now, understand the entry properly. Equity share capital account debit. Number of shares forfeited 400 into called up capital 60. So 24,000. Understood this, everyone? Then security premium account debit. Here there is premium. Is the premium paid or not paid? Not paid. Premium 20. There are calls in areas 400 means premium is not paid. So security premium account debit. Number of shares and premium not paid 400 into 20. 8,000. Did you understand this, everyone? Then 2 share forfeiture account in bracket working note 3, 12,000. And 2, which installment is not paid? Allotment. So 2 equity share allotment account. Keep it in mind, calls in areas will come only in long questions. So allotment, what amount we will credit? 400 into 50, that is 20,000. Okay, number of shares forfeited 400 into amount not paid is 50, so 20,000. You can cross check, 32,000 comes. Are you all clear with this? Now, bank account debit directly 36,000 is given. It is directly given in the last sentence that the shares are issued at rupees 36,000. Did you understand this? Everyone? Written that? Now share forfeiture. If there 36,000 we discussed, 36,000 divided by 400, what is the price? 90. And do we have to compare 90 with 60 or 100? 100 because they are fully paid up. So what is the discount? 400 into 10? 4,000. 90 is the price, means discount is 10. Any doubts with this? Did you all write it? Shubhadra, you writing it or not? Why? To equity share capital account. Now what is the formula for equity share capital? Number of shares reissued 400 into called up capital 60, that is 24,000. I just now told you that these two amounts will always be same. But does it match? No. Now understand this. I told you that he is paying 90 full and final amount, he is not going to pay anything in future. So can we say that he has paid call money in advance? I told you that he is paying 90 rupees as fully paid up, means full and final amount, he is not going to pay anything in future. So in future when the company asks for first call money, he is not going to pay that. In this 90 it is already included. So in such questions, you will write this 40 rupees as calls in advance, final call amount. 2 calls in advance account. number of shares 400 into first call of 40, 16,000. Now it will match. Earlier questions by this point was not there in spite of fully paid up because they were reissued after final call. So called-up capital itself was 100. Directly you get 40,000. But here they are reissued before final call. So he is paying that 40 rupees of call money in advance when they say it is fully paid up. Is everyone clear with this new point?
Yes.
And the last entry, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. Amount forfeited 12,000 minus discount 4,000. So 12,000 minus 4,000, that is 8,000. 32 and 40 and 80,000. So all are clear with this two new points today. One is if some part of shares are reissued, then working note 3 divide in two parts and calculate the profit only on shares reissued. Second is this, before final call if they are reissued as fully paid up, then compare the reissue price with face value, and that calls in advance will also. Now do your homework of this objective questions. Now Wednesday I'll keep the test of this chapter. Okay, last week it was just a practice test, and I'll include this objective also. So Wednesday it will be full test of 30 marks with the question papers given to you. Okay, objective questions included in that. Question 12, sub question 1 and 3 is your homework. Question 12, sub question 1 and 3, 2 we have done in the class. Question 13, sub question 1 is your homework. And illustration 9, 10 and 13 is your homework. All these are based on 4 feature and ratio 9, 10 and 13. Okay, that will be all for today. Bye everyone.